Venn diagrams again. So in this one, they've given us our question. We're going to use a Venn diagram to try and make sense of it. They've asked us to find the union of x and y, and that can be calculated by this formula here. All of the x units plus all of the y units subtracted wherever the x and the y overlap each other. So they've told us, suppose that x and y are disjoint. Well, that gives us a relationship like this, where we'll say that this is the x, and actually I did x in green last time, so let's be consistent. X is green, y is red. Sorry, actually I forgot to write out part of this. They said that y, and that y is 15 units, correct? And that x is 10 units. Okay, so those are both important pieces of information here. Okay, so in terms of making sense of this, we can now kind of plug this information into the formula. When we're looking for x or, I'm going to replace it with the word or because that's what it means, or y, we got to find all of the units of x plus all of the units of our y and subtract where they overlap, so where there's x and y. Well, in this case, there are 10 units of x plus the 15 units of y, subtracted by how much space is overlapped?
0.
0. There's nothing overlapped here, so we're subtracting 0. So in this case, the x or y is going to be 25 units. It's all of them together because we have nothing overlapping here. So again, a very different answer if one was like a subset, right? We just kind of dealt with one that was a subset. If it was a subset, it would have been completely contained, and then we would have had to count all the units. In this one, we don't have to count any of the units because nothing's overlapping in this case. We want to find x and y. The formula states, I'm going to rewrite it now because we've x and y is again all the units of x plus all the units of y, subtract all the units of x or y. Okay, we already know that the units of x are 10, the units of y are 15, and the x or y, well, in this case, here's y, it's segregated, it's all by itself, so there's 15 of those, and x is segregated all by itself, so there's 10 of those, so the or is actually 25 units. Okay, so the x or y is subtracting by a total of 25 units, which essentially gives us 0, which makes sense because there's nothing overlapping here. The and would be where there's overlap, there's no overlap, so that means there are 0 units of x and y in this case.